So I am at a point in the shop after setting up all the big tools that I need to deal with a lot of the small stuff. I'm going to turn an entire section in my one-car oversized garage into a wall of storage cabinets, and I'm going to install them all using a French cleat. Today I'm going to show you how to cut the cleat and install it. I start with some 3/4 inch plywood that I rip into 7.5 inch strips. Using a 45-degree angle, I cut these strips in half to yield two pieces that are 3 3/4 of an inch wide to the long point of the 45. I do this 2 times. One set will get installed on the wall, and the other set is for the cabinet boxes. Once these are cut, I lay out the spacing on the wall. I want the finished boxes to be centered left to right on the wall, so I need to lay out the cleat to be centered. Based on stud spacing, I can get the measurement for the first piece. It's important when installing the cleat that I fasten it into as many studs as possible. In my case, there is not a stud right in the center, so my first piece is going to be a different length than the second. I then mark the wall where I want the top of the cleat to be. I make sure and give myself a little room to accommodate the boxes. The boxes are going to sit almost 4 inches above the top of this cleat. I use a level to draw a line, and then I can get the first piece installed. I am using these 2 3/4 inch star head construction screws to fasten the cleat, and I put 2 of these in every stud, which in my case is 16 inches on center. I make sure to get the cleat installed as close to perfect as I can on my line. This will make a big difference in the end since I am going to be installing several boxes next to each other. You might have to shim the cleat if you are dealing with a really crooked or bowed wall. If I was installing a lot of individual tool holders as I have on other walls, this wouldn't be as critical of an issue. Now it might seem silly to mount these so high and right behind the garage door track, but since I am in such a small space, I need to maximize every square foot of space I have. And that means having some cabinets tucked up behind the rails. On the second cleat, I get a few screws started first. There is still part of the line from the first one to help me get this placed where it needs to go, which comes in handy because I have a lot of stuff in my way. I know I could have moved it, but space is tight and I am lazy. Once I get the first screw set, I can pull the edge down where it is level with the first cleat and get the end secure. I get the next screw started and grab the level to move the cleat where it needs to be. You can see all of the stuff in my way that I am working around. A lot of this is going to be dealt with as soon as this project is finished. All that's left to do is mark the last few studs with the stud finder, and then I can finish this one off. And to show you how it works, I'm going to set my first box up there. In the next video, I'll show you how I built the cabinets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.